The AIDS Organizational Conference of OPIDO was concluded after 3 days deliberations. And from abroad, Saudi-backed forces begin assault on Hudaidi ports. Hello viewers, these are the headlines. I'm Adiso Baba. Now the news in detail. Head of the OPIDO Central Office, Adanech Abebe, says the organization will work to make Oromia economically strong regional state. The AIDS Organizational Conference of the Oromo People's Democratic Organization, OPIDO, was concluded after deliberating on various issues and making key decisions. Lata Teresa reports.
Regarding the concluded Oromo People's Democratic Organization OPIDO AIDS Organizational Conference that was held in Adama town for 3 days, head of the OPIDO Central Office, Adanech Abebe, briefed the media. According to the head, the organization has passed important decisions after deeply looking into various issues. Adanech emphasized that the issue of deep renewal has dominated the conference, especially focusing on the results of the renewal and observed limitations.
During
the conference, we evaluate our work performance in fulfilling our promise, which we made to public in deep renewal. We are able to identify the major achievements gained in this regard as well as the limitations.
She stressed that the conference was successful and would help for future work. Adanech revealed that eagerness and high commitment of the organization was vital for tremendous achievements gained so far. On the other hand, the head stressed that it was decided to work with the attention to fully address the observed limitations, even though promising works are underway to ensure public benefit economically. It would be worked by giving priority for this issue, Adanech said.
Political victory couldn't be enough on its own, but it creates conducive environment for economy. That's why we are focusing on addressing economic impediments. We agreed upon working on development and good governance hereafter, but it doesn't mean that we never worked on it before. We have done various work even before deep renewal.
The head underlined the significance of wider public participation in all aspects. Asked about the conflict occurred around border areas, Adanech underscored that the government has been exerting efforts to address the problem. She noted that there is a strong contrabandist interest in exacerbating the problem. Adanech stressed the importance of strengthening the unity among Oromo people and other nations, nationalities, and peoples of the country.
Participants of the AIDS Organizational Conference of OPIDO promised to work accordingly for the public benefits. Lata Teresa has compiled their ideas.
The AIDS conference is being held amid of several changes taking place at the region and at the national level. We have had a new prime minister, a new party chairman for both PDO and EPRDF. The new prime minister has taken several engagements with the people, and OPIDO is now playing a really critical and a pivotal role in the transformation of not only the region but also the nation at large.
Yeah, this is AIDS conference of OPIDO, but it's unique of its kind, I can say, because there are various changes in the country, including the structure of the government, and also there are actions taken very recently. For example, the issue of Eritrea, the issue of privatizing giant organizations in the country to transform the economy. So members of the conference has discussed all these issues in detail.
And if we act on this poor delivery of the government system and poor performance of the civil servant, we can achieve a lot in the years to come and the months to follow. And this would make very important for every member of OPIDO and EPRDF to act properly in a way that the people is expecting us to do. The people is asking for a better life, nothing more. The people is asking for a good governance. The people are asking for delivery of results. We have to live up to this expectation of the people. Doing this is an assignment for every member of OPIDO and EPRDF.
Above all, what impressed me is OPIDO has now really decided and determined to, harmoniously work with nations, nationalities, and peoples that live in Ethiopia and in the boundary. So we have passed really resolutions. 11-point resolution. It's really very, very, very important resolution. Yeah, if we work on this in the coming 2 years or 3 years, we will see change in this country as a whole.
Scholars say the current political situation of the country should be supported by economy. The government's decision on transferring public institutions private would enhance foreign currency and alleviate corruption problem. Olkaba Wondimu takes up Chala Barakas reports.
Within an exclusive interview with Oromia Broadcasting Network, economists said previously the economy of Ethiopia was fluctuated due to political instability, and the current stability of the country should support the economy as well.
The government should treat the economy of the country as well.
Thanks to sacrificed strugglers and for those who work day and night, now our country has got stability in all angles. Hereafter, there is no chance to compare our country with other unstable countries, but only politics cannot stand a country alone. It should be supported economically.
The economists also said due to imbalance of production in export and import products, the country faced inflation problem, and the government should concentrate the issue in order to give an immediate solution.
Many individuals used to hide their production for the sake of their personal interest and sell it when there is market shortage of production. This is called an artificial shortage, and this will result with increase of price in every production that will hurt the society seriously. The government has to solve it by creating a short and long-term policy.
They also said the current shortage of foreign currency happened was due to management of the National Bank, since brokers are selling foreign currency in a black market in front of the National Bank of Ethiopia.
Black markets are highly seen in front of the National Bank, but the government is worrying about the shortage of foreign currency. This should get an immediate solution.
Adding, many contrabandists are disturbing the market for their self-interest. To control this, the government should work with the public.
Previously, there was a team who are benefiting from politics and economy at the same time. When their work gets stagnant, they will angry by that and will try to disturb the market.
The economists thought that previously the management of the economy is very poor. That makes the country's economy to fail.
I want to raise the problem of National Bank in two different ways. The first one is due to lack of knowledge, and the second is to maximize self-interest and benefit.
The economists underlined that the issue of privatization that the government decided to sell some public organization is the issue should encourage in order to sustain the development of the country by its maximum volume.
The government has a plan and purpose for privatization of some organizations. The first purpose to cut self-interest, secondly to minimize inefficiency, and the other one is to increase quality production.
Adding, the organizations whom come to own the privatization organization should be based on evaluation, work performance, and based on their knowledge and experience.
The Education Bureau emphasized that it's working to ensure education quality through training pre-regular education. The third pre-regular education forum of Oromia has been held at Adama town. Let us trace us more.
Various works are underway both at regional and national level. to address quality education problems. One of them is access to preschool education. The third preschool education forum has been held at regional level in Adama town. Director General for School Support and Improvement Program with Ministry of Education, Yasso Brookner, stressed the importance of preschool education. He said efforts are being exerted for the access of education. Director for Schools Improvement Directorate with Oromia Education Bureau, Nahima Babiya, noted that the Bureau has been working with stakeholders to improve access to early childhood education.
Ministry of Education provided us learning materials written in Amharic and English. We hope that we will distribute it to all districts for the next academic year. It has been translated to Afan Oromo and published with budget from our bureau.
Some participants of the forum vowed to play their level best to ensure quality education.
If we work hard on this issue by teaching the kids with qualified teachers, hopefully we would ensure quality education.
Exhibition and a book launch organized by French Center for Ethiopian Studies held in Finfinne Alliance Ito franchise. On the exhibition, Finfinne's old Paiza presented under the theme Walking the City's Path, and 3 self-guided books launched. On the occasion, French Ambassador to Ethiopia and Africa Union, Frederick Pontomson, and the European Union Ambassador to Ethiopia, John Borgstam, urged all concerned bodies to safeguard the heritage. Different international and federal government stakeholders took part on the occasion. Panel discussion also held on ways of conserving and safeguarding historical heritage. Naum Sadmas reported. The news comes to you from OBN, Voice for the People. Let's proceed to the news that we have got from abroad. Saudi-backed forces begin assault on Hudaidi port. The port is the main point of entry for aid for people in rebel-held areas, and the agents have warned of humanitarian catastrophe if it is attacked. About 8 million people in the war-torn country are at risk of starvation. Bombing started after Iranian-backed Houthi rebels ignored a rail line set by the government to withdraw by midnight on Tuesday. On Tuesday, the exiled government of President Abdrabbuh Mansour Hadi said efforts to pursue the rebels to withdraw had been exhausted. The Saudi-owned Al Arabiya network reported early on Wednesday that the liberation of Hudaidi had begun with a large-scale ground assault supported by air and naval cover from Saudi-led multinational coalition. Coalition warplanes and warships carried out strikes against rebel positions around the city. The Saudi-led coalition has accused the rebels of using Hudaidi to smuggle Iranian weapons. Both Iran and the rebels deny this. The United Nations had been trying to get parties to the conflict to reach a deal that would avert an attack on the city. An estimated 600,000 people live in the area, BBC reported. That brings us to the end for the edition. Thank you for watching and have a nice time with the remaining OBN Voice for the People's programs.